The Denver Nuggets, buy, sell, or hold. They kind of already answered this question for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Bryn Forbes thing, that I feel like that's their move. They're just a hold to me because their season is let's wait until if Murray and Porter Jr. are back and can help us, put together a late run, and we have the guy who's playing better than anyone else in the league right now. Like maybe, who knows? Who knows what happens in the postseason? I think. The other thing is they're about $1 million under the tax right
Yeah, they're
now,
close.
and yeah, so it's like in the hundreds of thousands, and they have an open roster spot. So like I think they're done, and I think that's probably the right call. I don't have a whole lot to say about them because it doesn't seem like anything else is going to happen.
I would buy still. And I
Yeah.
would not be done because you could probably bank maybe Gary Harris gets bored out in Orlando. He's, by the way, quietly played better on offense over the past month and a half. So I don't know if he's a buyout candidate just because his salary is so huge. Orlando probably can't move him. Maybe they get a few shekels back in those negotiations, but you could bank on something like that. There's also the chance that you don't land that player. I know they have an inside track with Gary Harris. I would be looking at just, is there a move? You're not giving up a first, mostly because you can't trade one until 2027, but you have Nikola Jokic, who, by the way, and I was just writing about MVPs. I know catch-all metrics are not the end-all be-all of a case, but he has the league's best net rating swing. He is first in estimated plus minus from dunks and threes, first in LeBron from B-ball index, first in luck adjusted RAPM from NBA shot charts, and first in every overarching category of Raptor from 538, and first in total points added from NBA math. He is having one of the best seasons in NBA history, a legitimate follow-up campaign to last year's MVP campaign. I think you're obligated to go for it. And so I'm not saying you need to look at, okay, can we attach a distant first to JaMychal Green, who hasn't done much, or do we look at moving a Monte Morris or Will Barton, even though they're so important to what we do at full strength or even without Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray? But something like the thing I proposed, and Denver fans seemed like they were pretty against it, was Zeke, Nnaji, Facundo Campazzo, and a second. And so, like, the asset you're getting there is just getting off of Facundo Campazzo now. You have so many tiny guards for Kenrich Williams from OKC. And that would be a deal. Something along those lines is what I would look at, because I don't think they're not a finished product even at full strength. But I also think they need to hedge against the fact that at least one of Murray or Michael Porter Jr., if not both of them, won't be available when the stakes get super high.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a little bit like the discussion you have to have with the Sixers and Embiid is like, are we really gonna just blow a season of Embiid being in his, to an even greater degree with Jokic, because Jokic is playing better right now than like anyone, Embiid included, ever has. But do you want to just let this season go by without a serious shot at a title? I guess maybe what I'm saying is I wouldn't say no to the like a Kenrich Williams edition or something, smallish along those lines. I guess I think the upside for Denver is still like really high, which maybe should be a reason to buy too. I don't know if I'm arguing against myself, but
well, they have
I
even
think
fewer assets because you can't trade Michael Porter Jr. signed an extension. You're not trading him while he's injured anyway. You're not trading Jamal Murray. You're not trading Aaron Gordon. You're not trading Nikola Jokic. And so then your assets get what? Can you even justify moving Will Barton when you don't know what's happening with Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah. If you knew you had the inside track on a Gary Harris buyout, I would feel a lot better about trying to move Barton for I don't know what. He makes $15 million and he's unrestricted in 23. So, he would have some appeal. I think I feel like a lot of teams would view him more as like a sixth man, honestly. But that's it. Because otherwise, you're looking at just a bunch of guys not making a whole lot. And I do think the tax is a concern too. Like I don't think Denver is going to want to get over that line because they're going to be a super expensive team like indefinitely once specifically Porter's extension kicks in. So yeah.
The thing they could do with Oklahoma City, I just realized looking at their sheet, is they owe their 2023 first to them. It's lotto protected. They could loosen the protections. Maybe OKC doesn't want to do that because they'd rather it be like they know it's going to convey anyway. So maybe you should just take a shot in the dark. And if the protections are loosened and Denver has an off year next season, but that's probably granular stuff. Kenrich Williams to Denver, though. That's among the dreams or one of the fits that I like the best.